Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. So now guys, a lot of you may recall that the Naira started to fall rapidly just after Malam Buhari was declared the president of Nigeria in 2015. So the financial market responded to that announcement of a Buhari presidency quite sharply and quite markedly and quite negatively. So the Naira started to fall heavily in that period, to the point that there were actually about 4 or 5 exchange rates for the Naira in the market. So there was the exchange rate, of course, of the official rate, but then that official rate had 2 tiers, and the parallel market, which is known as the black market, within the Nigerian space, had about almost 3, if not 4, exchange rates to the Naira for other hard currencies. So all of that, of course, was a negative, because of course the Naira plummeted at that period. And then at that period, a lot of our financial experts were coming out to say that to insulate and shore up this currency, you have to devalue the Naira and devalue it sharply now. So that was the response of our financial experts to that rapid and alarming fall of the Naira. But then, of course, Malam Buhari, typical of his arrogance of ignorance, was insisting that he was not going to kill the Naira under his tenure. So he then, of course, because circumstances forced this issue, so eventually he arrived at that port that he had to devalue the Naira. But then he got there about 6, 7, 8 months too late, and the currency had already been bastardized and brutalized by the financial markets, because of course currency speculators, this is like a golden harvest for them when a currency is in free fall, and a currency of some significance, and the Naira, whether you like it or not, is a significant currency. So when it is in free fall and there are several tiers of it, the financial experts are either shorting it or long-terming it, certainly playing it and just milking the differentials off, and people became millionaires, if not billionaires, off the back of that period of 8 to 12 months that Buhari could not respond to the currency. So now that sets the tone. As guys, I bring you this: Buhari destroyed Naira with poor policies. Ezekwesili saying this, Madam Oby. So she is in the know, of course, because she was a former government functionary, especially under the Obasanjo regime, and a known financial enthusiast and an expert as well. So she is now coming out with this particular pronouncement. Again, the headline: Buhari destroyed Naira with poor policies, a headline attributed to Oby Ezekwesili. So now let's now see what Madam Oby has to say. A former Minister of Education, Oby Ezekwesili, on Monday accused President Muhammadu Buhari of destroying the Naira with poor economic policies since he assumed office in 2015. The ex-minister, who stated this when she featured on a program on Arise TV, said the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN) has become an annex of the presidential villa in Abuja, where it receives unhelpful instructions from the occupants of the seat of power. She said the central bank has become an extension of the villa, and that is problematic. You can't have your monetary authority so badly politicized in the way it currently is and have a sound monetary policy. The ex-minister said the current economic policies could make it difficult for Nigeria to come out of recession in the first quarter of this year. Ezekwesili added, the greatest tragedy of the last 5 years of the country has been the fact that there has been poverty of ideas in terms of economic management. The economic management of this administration has impoverished many more Nigerians. The only thing we associate with the administration that is saying that this year is going to be buoyant for the country is poor economic policies. She also knocked the government for closing the country's borders for 15 months, saying the closure hugely impacted the activities of business owners in the country. You close the border precisely for what? Has this government evaluated the effect of that border closure on small businesses in the country? Does this government realize the damage it did to many sectors in this economy as a result of that singular act that just didn't make any sense? Ezekwesili stated. The ex-minister stressed that the border closure was similar to Buhari's foreign exchange policy that resulted in the destruction of the Naira. Ezekwesili, who is the co-founder of the Bring Back Our Girls movement, is one of the most vocal critics of the Buhari administration. She accused the government of poor handling of the nation's economy and security challenges. Ezekwesili also served as a minister of solid minerals during ex-president Olusegun Obasanjo's administration in 2005. She was the pioneer head of the Budget Monitoring and Price Intelligence Unit, where she earned the nickname Madam Due Process for helping to sanitize public procurement and contracting processes at the federal level. So now that last paragraph, of course, is what gives her the credence and the credibility to make pronouncements on this particular matter. So she has gone through the whole gamut of governance within the Nigerian space, of course. Minister of Solid Minerals, Minister of Education, the person who founded and formatted Budget Monitoring and Price Intelligence within the federal structures. So certainly her credentials are gold standard, and from that gold standard bird's eye view, she is now casting aspersions in the direction. So the Buhari economic policy, of course, is some nonsensical nonsensity from Mantumbu land in Niger Republic or something, some jamjaweed half-brained farce and nonsense, and that nonsense now is impacting on the largest economy in Africa. You would recall that Goodluck Jonathan, of course, handed Buhari the Nigerian state is exactly in that state as the largest economy in Africa, and within a period of 2 years or so, this guy had completely destroyed the national currency, completely bastardized the national economy, and rendered the country into the poverty capital of the world. So now this alarm, of course, that Madam Oby Ezekwesili is raising is not anything new or news to the ears of many informed Nigerians, because of course the drumbeat started to beat and the clock started to tick from the moment that Goodluck Jonathan handed the baton to the Malamis. Conversations in the comment section here has completely destroyed the Naira. The Naira, by the way, was exchanging for about 200 to 250 to the pound in 2015 when Goodluck Jonathan gave the economy and the country to Malam Buhari. 250 naira to a pound thereabout was the exchange rate. But now, of course, we are now talking Zimbabwe figures. Very soon in Nigeria, and this is the trajectory, we will start using wheelbarrows to cart money to go and buy bread down the road on the streets of Lagos. This is where the economy of Nigeria is headed, where they will be printing notes with 7 digits on them. So million nairas will now be like something that you'll be spending in your wallet now, and you'll be an instant millionaire whilst you continue to starve. This is the economy, Fulani style, and this is the alarm that Madam Oby is raising. What says you? Come share thoughts. But before you come share those thoughts, Click on the red subscribe button so it turns gray. Bell button notifies you every time I drop a new video. Click on like as well because that helps with the YouTube algorithm. Once you've done all the clickings, this guy has completely brutalized and destroyed the Naira. It's Madam Oby's position. What is yours? So I'll leave you here. Carry this conversation on with you in the comment section, but here I say peace.